Kyūryū, Kosa, Kinzo. Doc can't turn up, and I haven't heard anything from Richard. So I think our Hachiro's going to be staying back at the Castle of Flame.
I have got one person interested in joining. They said they could play every Tuesday.
Okay. Will he be along this week or not?
No, I figured you guys would need to set up a character and stuff pre-game,
Yep.
so...
Fair enough. Can do that. All right. Well, we'll manage with 3 of you for this time. So that's 2 to prevent Kyūryū getting beaten up by the temple.
We've managed with 3 plenty times.
Bit about present to. Why would I prevent him? I want to beat him up. I'll let him beat him up.
Oh dear. Such loyalty, such fellow feeling.
Well, it all depends on what they've got to say.
Indeed.
Does it though? They're accusing me of something I've definitely not done.
Well, possibly.
Justice will.
Well, as a player, I have a reason that I could explain that, but I shall wait till after the game, then I'll tell you.
We karma, no doubt.
Possibly.
Something like that.
No, I think it's all to do with that priest that keeps jumping in and popping.
Oh, the weird guy.
Yeah, you're priestly.
Oh,
The guy that ran up the bill and made me pay for it.
Was it Shinguru? Was that his name?
Hang on a second.
His name was Asshole Guy.
No, Minagawa. The Buddhist Gakusho you met up at
Okay.
Nguru. Yeah.
Oh, Shinguru is the village.
The town, yeah. The village. Yep.
Let's not get confused between towns and villages.
True. Okay, fine.
Okay,
Right.
let's go see the abbot.
Okay, so to recap, you were
just as a matter of interest, we'll push it so that we make the Gakusho and the Soai slog hard through the mud because we're annoyed. Mean and petty, yes, but good for.
Okay, well the Sohai will keep up with you. The priest will proceed at a more reasonable place, talking with Ichijo, who's also not used to moving at your speed. Okay, you are taken back to the Temple of the Immaterial, and one of the Sohai monks does a quick sprint and gets in front and walks into the temple, announcing to all and sundry, "Lord Abbot, we have captured the miscreant." And
I'm looking for these miscreants.
Yeah.
Okay, you walk into the temple, and there are a number of priests there. The abbot is very obvious, and he appears to be talking to the Sohai monk and chastising him.
For what?
Rushing off in such a haphazard manner. Why did he rush off? Well, Lord Abbot, this miscreant insulted the Lord Buddha. How did he do that? Well, he threw sake around the place and around the temple and splashed it everywhere and said things about him that weren't true. And is Lord Buddha insulted? Well, he should be, but he isn't, is he? Well, no, Lord Abbot. So, what happened? Well, this miscreant came in and through. Yes, I know, but what offence was caused? Well, he disrespected the temple. The abbot looks round the temple. My son, what is the name of this temple? The Temple of the Immaterial. And what do we teach here? That this world is only an illusion, and that... Yes. So you see, my son, He didn't insult the temple. He didn't insult Lord Buddha. If anything, he insulted the person who brewed that sake. Treating a drink like that in such a way is most disrespectful. But besides that, why did you rush out so quickly? You're supposed to think these things through and act in a reasoned manner. Well, he ran out, so I chased him. So if somebody makes a face at you, you'd make a face at them? The abbot appears to be taking this as a teaching moment. Eventually they get round to actually talking to you, and the abbot doesn't seem particularly concerned as to what had happened. He's interested to know in why his monk thinks that it was you that did it, Kyūryū.
He's absolutely got a case of mistaken identity. I can assure you I've never been to this temple of the immaterial before in my whole life.
I see. And why do you think it was him, my son? He says to the Sohai guard. Well, we all saw him. And he looked exactly like that. Yes, my son. And have you checked to make sure this guy, this person was where he said he was? Well, no, we only just found him, Lord Abbot. Well, where was he? Well, he was here. The abbot turns to Kyūryū. And where were you, my son, when this happened?
When what happened?
He looks at the Sohai monk, who gives the time and of day that this event happened. And oddly enough, it was while you were walking past. And you do remember a certain ruction and what have you.
Yeah, I remember.
Which you decided not to investigate.
Yeah, in fact, I remember that. Yeah, I would tell him that. We were walking past the temple at that time and even heard the commotion, but we did not come near.
I actually seem to remember that it was Kyūryū that wanted to go investigate, and
I think you've got someone, an imposter trying to look like me to try to get me in trouble. There's someone who keeps playing these tricks on me, causing me inconveniences for no reason other than he is bored and wants my time.
The abbot will question Sir Herman to precisely what happened.
Minigawa, the man's name is.
Minigawa?
Yes. He's a clown.
He sends the Sohai monk off to go and talk to one of the other priests, and invites you all to sit down and questions you as to who this Minigawa person is.
I'll tell him where I first met him, and how I didn't stop, and then when I seen him again and I didn't stop, and then I got to some bar where he'd said he wanted to meet me, and he'd left me a huge bill, and then I hadn't seen him again. And now, obviously, this is the only person that I can think of that would go out of their way to do something malicious against me, and that's what's happened here. Somebody's framed me for a crime, and I'm having none of it.
Did you upset this Minigawa in some way?
No. He may have upset himself because I chose not to meet him when he wanted to meet me. I chose not to. I was busy and I was not interested. He may be offended by me.
Had you told him you were going to?
No.
So you didn't arrange to meet him somewhere?
No, he said where he would be, and if I wanted to meet him, then that's where he would be. But no, I did not arrange to meet him.
I don't know if you're aware, my son, but there are various tricksy spirit beings that inhabit our world that do take offense at the most odd things, and they do enjoy playing tricks on people. If
And that's what your friend Minagawa is.
he will inquire further as to precisely what the guy has done.
He took offence because I didn't meet him.
Yes, but what has he done to cause you trouble?
This. And running up a huge bill and then saying it was in my name at a place as well.
I see. What was it a bill for?
Oh, I don't know, drinks and food and things, I think. Just his time there in a bar.
I'm sorry. Did he persuade a barman, an innkeeper, to let him run up a bill that
In
somebody
someone
else would
else's
settle?
name? Yes.
Sounds to be quite a powerful spirit being, if that's the case. In my experience, very few innkeepers are willing to let people run up bills like that for strangers. Well, he doesn't know what you've done, but you've obviously upset somebody somehow, and he would suggest that you keep a close eye out for possibly an animal spirit of some kind. Given the tendency to focus on sake, he's tempted to think it might be a badger spirit. But don't be surprised if if you get the chance, my son, make your peace with this spirit.
Oh. Oh, I'll make something.
I can only advise, my son.
I'll make something.
Remember that violence is never a solution to anything, he says with a straight face.
We'll see if he's got my money back. And if he comes and cleans your temple for you.
Oh, we have a Sohai monk or two that will be cleaning that up, my son. Don't worry.
I'm sorry that your temple has been mixed up in this trickster's plot against me. And I apologise to all these men. I have no part in what happened here, but I'm sorry that your temple has been involved in something that's happening to me.
Well, the abbot isn't concerned. A little bit of sake isn't going to cause a problem. Other fluids, possibly. But not sake. He will thank you for your time. Apologise for the inconvenience that may have been caused, and wish you well on your journey.
I will leave 2 silver donation at the temple.
He will accept them for the temple funds.
He's only getting 2 because the player's superstitious and I had 24 on my character sheet and I don't like the number 23.
Fair enough.
That's the only reason he's getting 2, or it would have been 1.
Okay. You step outside the temple again, and it's now about mid-afternoon. So I think you might be able to make it to Ikagetsu tonight. If not, you'll have to camp out.
Okay.
You happy to travel?
We'll travel. Well, that could have gone a lot worse than it did.
Well, and it seems why might have found out why this thing is so upset with me, because it's not an actual Buddhist person at all. It's a trickster demon spirit.
I'm not entirely sure that it'll be a Tanuki spirit.
What's Tanuki the badger?
Tanuki is a badger spirit, yes. It's a bit rough and ready, so it could be. But it might be a Kitsune, which is the fox spirit, which is much more cultured and much more likely, in my opinion, to impersonate a Buddhist bonze.
What's the fox one called in Japanese? I'm writing them all down.
Kitsune.
Kitsune.
Kitsune. I suggest we try and keep an eye out for something that might be watching us and following us.
Yeah. Particularly
Okay.
some small animals like a fox or a badger.
It probably won't look like a fox or a badger. That'd be a bit too easy, that would.
Very good. You do, in fact, make it to Ikagetsu by nightfall.
Oh, I need me on the map.
Who names these villages?
I do.
Hey,
What's wrong?
that was more an out of character comment than anything else, but I'll stick with it.
Well, you had Ichina on the Ichimi River.
It's a bit close to Icky, you see.
Ah. Okay, so you are going to stay the night in the in Ayu. Okay, there's no problem with space.
No
So you make it
stables for us
there.
tonight.
The clouds are drawing in. It looks like you're going to have a thunderstorm tonight.
We're in the inn.
Not really a good night for sleeping out. Okay, so that'll be 3 copper each for the night.
Three copper.
And following day, rise and shine, and you continue down the road.
Aren't we going to some village on the coast?
Oh, sorry, my apologies. Yes, you do.
It's alright, we could easily get lost.
Yeah, true. My apologies. You have to double back to the village on the coast. Let me just draw it in. I'm losing track of where you're supposed to go. There we go. So you travel back down the road, crossing the Suna River again. And you reach the village of Matanochi.
Well, Dave, what's the date?
Yeah, just asked exactly what I was going to ask.
I think it's the 18th, but what's the date?
Oh, sorry, the
I
date
think it's the
today
20th.
is the 19th.
And what's the name of this month?
This is 19 Satsuki. SA-TSUKI.
Nice, thank you.
Got a drop off here, haven't we? That's what we're here.
Yes, you have.
Well, I hope we have, otherwise we've wasted time.
Yes.
Okay, so just stick that on the map there. And you drop your stuff off to the... Oh! The merchant is delighted to see you. He has been waiting urgently for this. He will tip you each a copper for the speedy delivery. He is so pleased to see you. And then it's back to Ikagetsu. And then off down the Saikaido towards Miyazawa. And you reach the river. There are roads heading both upstream and downstream on your side of the bank, but you need to get across the river. And of course, there are the usual boatmen plying their trade across the river. is the one waiting, or do you have to wait for it to turn up? Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. There is actually a boat waiting at the side.
Nice.
It's got a couple of passengers on, but he's waiting to fill up.
Oh, well, he's got 4 more now. How many more does he have? Do we have the whole gang actually? Still, we do. We've got Ichijo as well. We've still got.
Ichijo's with you, yeah.
Have,
No, Hachiro is back at the Castle of the Fae.
we don't have Ichijo now, so we have 5. Okay.
So he demands.
Ferry cost us.
This will
cost us
cost
the ferry.
2 copper each. Well, you don't have the contacts in Miyazawa. And the crossing goes smooth as silk.
Love to hear it.
Okay, you make it across.
That's not good. That's not good. It's just storing up bad stuff for us.
And the ferry docks at a dock outside the city, and you have to go through the customs for South Hyuga. How does that proceed?
We're still on the 19th, yeah?
Yes, this is all the 19th.
Cool. South Hyuga.
This is South Hyuga province. The river is the border between Central and South Hyuga.
Cool, we're in a new province. That is cool.
And we're in an enemy province now.
No, you are in another part of Hyuga province. It is all under the same daimyo. It is the large...
So you say. I'm allowed to call it an enemy province.
Is this the ones that were enemies before the war 50 years ago?
They still are.
No, they're not.
You know too much about the game, eh?
No. The point is, they were a province that conquered ours. Therefore, they are the enemy.
Oh, okay.
No, they didn't conquer yours because your province is run by Lord Kanawa, who does not bear allegiance to the daimyo.
And this lot do.
This lot do.
In which case, they're definitely the enemy then. Right, it's quite simple.
Lord Kanawa is not an enemy of the daimyo of Hyuga province. He is not.
Don't start making enemies.
He doesn't have to be, but I can be.
Alrighty-ho. So you are treating anybody not part of Lord Kanawa's province as a potential enemy.
I certainly am.
He might be,
Well,
But
that would
just
mean
have to
one
be
shoe's
right
an
about
enemy. That means one shoe could be an enemy.
One
he
shoe's
lives
a noob, but he's not an enemy.
He might be a criminal, though.
Okay, you actually make it... Well, you have no proof he's a criminal.
Well,
That's why he's only a potential criminal, not an actual one.
well, he's certainly associating with criminals, at least.
Well, he has to associate with all sorts of people. I mean, he's associating with you lot.
This is true.
And you have been working for criminals. In fact, you covered up a murder.
Let's not talk about that.
No, we didn't cover up a murder. We found out somebody was covering up a murder and didn't tell anybody that somebody was covering up a murder. We didn't cover up a murder. We failed to report.
You failed to
a
report
covered up murder.
and
That's
you
yes, but that's a
you
different
removed
thing.
the evidence.
But we didn't cover up a murder though. Someone else covered up a murder, and we just stayed hush about that.
So removing the evidence isn't covering it up.
No, it's aiding. It's aiding after the fact. Accessory after the fact is what it is. But let's not have this discussion where other people can hear it. We'll go into the city and get this thing done.
Remember, guys, none of that happened.
Yeah. None of that happened.
What happened?
Exactly.
Nothing, yeah, precisely.
You are let through customs without any serious problems. They do check your papers, the chop, etc., and you are allowed through the gates of Miyazawa, another big city.
Is it bigger than a Nobioka?
It's of a similar sort of size.
Say the name again.
Miyazawa, Miyazawa.
Nice.
Sorry, Miyazaki, not Miyazawa. Miyazaki.
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 Is the castle bigger?
1 second. Let me just check.
Did you say it was not as big as Nobioka?
No, it's about the same sort of size as
Okay.
Nobioka. It's a Class D town.
Hopefully it's smaller.
Let me just check.
It's alright, Kinzo's sharing his bias here, you see.
Everything at home is better.
And bigger.
Yeah.
In actual fact, there is not a castle in Miyazaki. There is no citadel.
A bit of a dump, innit?
Well, are they going to defend themselves then?
Well, they have plenty of castles in what was Tokuga province. I mean,
Yeah,
Ohio Castle, just south of your master's province, was on the border with Hayamano province to the north.
Yeah, but you see, that doesn't help you when the enemy is at the gate and trying to burn your city down, does it?
True, but then the daimyo was not resident in Miyazaki. He is resident in Nobioka now.
You're just making life difficult, that's it.
No, there is no citadel in Miyazaki.
Excellent, we can burn the place down.
There are
Oh my
town
days.
guards, etc. There are samurai residences and
I'm not
Hashimoto.
I'm not
Yes.
seriously suggesting that we start fires, because that's arson, and that gets you killed.
Oh yes. If you're not beaten to death by your neighbours, you are killed by the daimyo's troops.
Because the houses are
You
made of
might also, of
paper.
course, die in the fire.
True.
Yeah, the houses are made of paper. You burn a whole town down in 2 minutes flat. Eh?
The majority of buildings are wooden. The outer walls generally are weatherproof. The inner walls, as you say, shoji screens, etc. But anyway, you are. I presume you inquire at the gate as to where the merchants that you have to deliver to are.
Yes.
Certainly do.
His premises up.
The guard rubs his hand in the time-honoured fashion.
I'll give him a copper.
He gives you directions.
Let's have a look. Where's the loot?
Okay, you make it through the artisans district to the merchant quarter and find your way to the merchant that you've been told to visit.
Is he on the
And
docks?
This guy is not actually on the docks. He's in the merchant quarter.
Must be doing very well for himself then.
Well, yes. One shoe only deals with the best.
Yeah, right.
What that man said.
Oh dear, such trusting souls. Yes, very well. He is expecting you. He had a message that a shipment should be delivered, and he will carefully check the paperwork. He will open the pack and just make sure that the correct quantities are there. This guy appears a lot less trusting than most of the other merchants you've dealt with. He is eventually satisfied that you haven't been purloining stuff from the packs. and we'll sign off the document and hand it back to you.
Was that our last delivery?
That was your last delivery.
What it was?
So we're expecting one shoe to pay us when we get back.
Yes. Can I have wit rolls from you, please?
You keep asking for wit rolls, you swine.
There'll be a fail from me. Oh.
Sorry, this is a relatively easy one, but you're failing it so far.
Oh,
We're
boys.
doing so well.
Do you want to check for Ichijo?
I've got it. Since I've got such great luck, 12.
Well,
Never had a clue.
Well, you do actually, because it was wit plus 10, and you have actually, some of you have actually made it. Wonshu was expecting his packs back, and you have not been given them back.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
well, I'll gently remind him.
He will argue. It doesn't say anything at all about re-returning the packs. The goods are in the packs, and that's how they're delivered. So therefore, that's what he's expecting to get.
Is there nothing in the letter or whatever about it?
Dumpty dumpty dumpty
Check
dum.
it again.
It does actually mention it in the letter that the packs are not included. So yes, you can successfully argue it and get the packs.
Point it out to him in the letter. Apologies, but it does appear to say that here.
In that case, he will instruct you to pick the packs up, take them to his warehouse, and unload them there, and then you can have them.
Okay.
He will send his apprentice to take you to the warehouse, which is actually on the docks.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Oh.
Fair enough. When you get to the docks, there's a couple of stout lads hanging around who ask what you think you're doing.
Oh, here we go. Don't, because I'm not in the mood, gentlemen.
We're just making it a delivery.
Look, you Poncy Northerners.
Oh, here we go now. Excuse me, excuse me.
Don't get to take the jobs out of our mouths. These are our docks. We do the work on our docks. We get paid for it. So if there's stuff to be carried on the docks, we're doing the carrying.
How much are you used to getting paid a
We're
day?
not taking your work. We're just finishing our delivery from outside the city.
Well, no, you deliver it to the merchant's warehouse and to the merchant's quarter or wherever else in the city. But if it's coming on the docks, it's carried by us.
I'm afraid not in this case.
He whistles.
Ah, come on now.
And
What's
stands
his
in your.
apprentice doing?
His apprentice is hiding behind you.
Tell him to go and fetch his master.
I can't do that. He sent me to take this to the warehouse. You'll beat me.
Tell him I sent you. We have a slight issue. I think only he can resolve.
Can I have a status roll from you? Sorry, you're trying to. Are you going to try and persuade him or intimidate him?
Try persuasion first.
Okay, in that case, he will make a will saving throw, and you will make a will saving throw. You get to add your level, and he rolled a 6. No, he's failed, but he's not intimidated. He's not persuaded.
Okay. So I'm going to have to insist that you go, otherwise there's going to be trouble. And his
Okay.
goods may possibly get damaged.
You're going to
That
try
would
to
be bad
intimidate
for everybody.
You're going to
Me and
intimidate
you.
him.
Yes.
In that case, make a Bugai roll, whatever you are using to intimidate him.
Just stand over him.
Yeah, can I roll one of them as well? Because I'm already in a bad mood. I'm standing in, I'll show my muscles, like show the hip that my weapon's sitting on stance as well. Like, can I roll that too?
That is going to therefore be, if you're standing over him, that's going to be a health roll, and since there's two of you, then you get half of Kyūryū's as well, so that would effectively put you up to about 12, I think. And he will attempt... well, he failed as well, so you failed by 4, he failed by 3, so no, he's not that. You've still got a standoff. This apprentice is not doing what he should be. The number of dockers has risen to about 5 by now.
Are you carrying any weapons?
Oh no.
Got any weapons that we can see?
No. They're kind of flexing their muscles and making derogatory comments about fucking Northerners trying to take our jobs.
What do you reckon, lads? Should we teach him a lesson?
Yeah, we're going to slap them around a bit.
Kinzo, what do you think?
Show them how we do up north, eh?
Kinzo, are you there?
I don't know, really. I mean, these are effete southern pufters, aren't they?
Better put the baggage down carefully.
You, pointing to the apprentice, make sure this doesn't get damaged.
And I'll say that's your responsibility. You're responsible for it.
No, you're responsible for it because I was told to take you to the warehouse. I wasn't told to carry it or protect it. You're the ones who are likely to get it broken.
And I'm telling you that you're going to protect and make sure it doesn't get broken, or you're going to get broken. Okay,
Right,
rumble. Let's rumble.
Yeah,
I believe.
rock and roll.
Okay, I unfortunately I don't have a street in the docks sheet set up, so I'm just going to have to use light forest path again. So let me just clear this up. Okay, let me just sketch some bits and pieces on. Dumpty 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 dum. Building. Building. And then on this side of the street, another building, another building, and another building. And so we don't have Hachiro, but we do have Kyūryū, Kosa, and Kinzo. Ichijo will keep an eye on the packs, all right? Well,
Okay.
if you don't think you can handle them, he'll join in.
Let's see how it goes, shall we?
Well, yeah.
Yep.
Spread out a bit more.
Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum.
Oh, you should move left then.
Yeah.
That's the nunchaku. And Yuwaras, etc.
Do you want to shift over to the other side of to the edge of the street, Kinzo, and then I'll move in the middle.
Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum.
Yeah, well, when I've got control of the token, I shall.
Yeah, we got. Yeah, we'll just wait until Dave's finished.
Sorry, have you not got control of the token? Sorry, Kinzo should have control of Kinzo.
Well, if I was trying to move Kosa because I thought I was in the middle. That's why.
Ah, right.
It's all right. It's player error, player idiocy.
Not a problem. It's better than DM idiocy. That's what I'm more used to. Okay.
Just down there, kind of vaguely.
Is it when I do that? That's what I thought. It's actually from the push to talk. Is that better?
There's still quite a bit of noise. Yeah, it just started just like 30 seconds ago. It's fine till then.
Would it be worth
Oh,
logging
okay,
off
I'll go
and
back
logging on
to
again?
push to talk then.
Just
I'll go back to push to talk first.
yeah, just put your headphones out, put them in again. Yeah.
Okay. And these guys are basically just gonna thump you.
Oh, good.
Okie doke.
Is that any better?
Tim, I can't see.
Oh, okay. I'll have to stay on this channel then.
Screen's gone a bit mad. Hang on.
Okay, I think that's roughly the order that it's going to be in.
Okay. I can't hear anything.
Is it okay now?
I'm still getting a background hum from you. Very odd.
It's not some sort of low beat, is it?
Must be I can't hear it.
Well, the point is that the guy upstairs is playing music, which has got a very
I certainly can't hear it.
loud
in my computer.
drum beat.
No, I can't hear a
Oh,
beat
okay.
at all. It's a bit like the interference you get on in the background on a radio sort of thing.
Okay. All right,
Anyway.
then I'll drop out of Discord and I'll drop out of Discord entirely and come back.
Okie doke.
I think he has. He's just unplugged it.
Sounds very much the same, I'm afraid.
All right, then I'll go back to push to talk because it's easier that way.
Okay. I'm afraid they have taken a little bit of upset at your Pufter comments, so Kinzo appears to be the focus of a number of them.
You need to remember to go and push to talk to him. Still hear it. Here we go.
Right, hopefully that's better.
Yeah, it's fine when you talk. It's just when you're not talking, there's a noise all the time.
So remove all turns, clear the list.
Oh, I
And-
won't do anything about it now. I'll try later.
Yeah, we'll have a wee break at half time or something.
When we've dealt with this riffraff.
Yeah.
Right, so what's your base action phase and secondary action phases again? Just remind me.
10 and 5, aren't we?
10 and 5, I believe we all are, yeah.
Yep, fine. In that case, 10 and 5. 10 and 5. And so they're going to be going on 7 and 3. Is that right?
You tell me.
Just going to check.
You round down, Dave.
Yeah, 7 and 3. So let's just add those in. I only need to put 1 on because they're all going on the same. And let's just sort into descending order, and off you go. Ichijo will call out encouragement. Wipe that floor with him, lads.
You just watch those
Kyūryū.
birds. Okay. Right, okay, so what are the walls in this building? Like, any chance of a special maneuver, like a run up the wall and like maybe jump like from a corner of this wall, get up onto this one, then jump down onto the guy? Any chance of something cool with these buildings here? Just thinking about the terrain and the environment.
Well, they're wooden-sided warehouses. You're not sure how old they are and how resistant they are to being jumped off. You can certainly try something. Since you don't have the skills, it might be a bit dangerous. But hey, you're going for flash, aren't you?
Well, wasn't necessarily going for flash. I was going for how can I use something in the environment rather than just 3 of us running into 5 of them up a street. That's just a street brawl.
Well, you can try your Kurumi Jutsu to and that would give you an attack from above.
That's what I'd like to try. I'd like to try and drop down on Docker 5 from the corner of the building. Even if it's not like I get right up on top of the building, but even get like halfway up it, just so that I can be coming down, like jumping down.
So effectively,
you know what I mean?
you're going to try charge, but using your Kurumi Jutsu to leap down onto him.
Get some
off the
downwards
building.
momentum on him, yeah.
Okay, fine. In that case, roll your Kurumi Jutsu, BCS.
Okay, let me just look what it is on the sheet first. Kurumi Jutsu is BCS. Final 7. Yeah.
Whoa! It actually works.
Runs up here.
Kyūryū
kicks
charges
this
up,
one.
bounces off the wall, and charges and leaps down onto the docker. Okay, and you will, because you had a successful Kurumi Jutsu roll, I will give you an attack on this particular action phase. Go for it. Right, so that's +1 from above,
The
You're
Chapter 2
using...
final BCS is 11.
Okay, so it's +1 from above. Let's see, you've got a restriction of a wall within your range, so that's -1.
Don't think he's making
So
it.
I'm afraid you missed.
Oh. The flare was great, but no strike.
Actually, no, there's a possibility I might... is he surprised?
By how amazing that parkour move was, maybe.
I'll give you another +1 for surprised. So you're -1, +1, +1, and another one for +1 for that. So that would give you +3, +2, which is 13, and you rolled a 14. So I'm sorry, no, missed. Kosa,
Can I move my BMA and strike him? Is that correct?
you can move your BMA and strike, yes,
Okay.
because you're not engaged.
We're just
Oh, sorry, no,
gonna trot up to him and-
it's closed to engage, which is half your BMA.
Okay, so that's half my BMA. We will
You can strike him at -1.
strike him at longer range then.
Okay.
Yep.
I just realised we don't have the matching tokens anymore, Dave, after you made them all
I know.
matching.
I need to alter those, but
Yeah.
I was trying to get this done quickly.
Yeah, it's all
My
good.
my roll 20 is just still not reacting.
It's slow.
It likes
slow.
to do that sometimes, roll
very
20.
good.
It's good at that.
Unfortunately, another
I will
miss.
miss him. Wasn't worth the suspense.
Kinzo.
Charge the bottom of the 3.
Okay. And let's see, they are therefore all engaged because they're all within your radius. So that limits what they can do. So they can move up to 1 yard and make an attack. So he's going to move to there. He's going to move to there. So one of them is going to be flanking you. Your choice, which one? Okay, so that one's flanking you. So Docker 1 has got 2 restrictions because there's 2 buildings, and he's got two distractions, his mates. Sorry. No, Docker 3 is not a distraction because he's on the opposite side of you. And he's trying to hit you, so you're in the way. So he's got 1 distraction, 2 restrictions. Does he actually manage to ignore? Oh God, no. The distractions count double because he let them distract him. That's really annoying. Okay, so he's -4 and then minus your armor class as well. Completely misses. Docker 2. Oh, that's a possible hit. Docker 2 has got 1 restriction and 2 distractions. Can he ignore the distractions? No. So that's -3. So that's 9. What's your armor class? 2? That's still a hit. Oh, and you charged him.
Actually, at the moment, Dave, it's effectively 0.
Yeah, you charged him. So therefore that is a hit. So in that case, take 3 points of damage. Subdual damage, this is. Okay, and Docker 3. Misses. Docker 4 will step forward to optimum range and try and wallop Kosa. successfully hits him, doing 2 subdual.
Okay.
And Docker 5 will attempt to warp Kyūryū. And he has 1 restriction. And your armor class. What armor class are you, Kyūryū?
Ooh, 2 seconds. Armor classes where
Well, what clothes are you wearing?
peasant garb.
Is
I
that a 1
believe.
or 2?
Yeah, 1. Peasant garb.
Okay. In that case, that's 1. So that's -2. Nothing else, I think. So yes, he's hit you as well. So take 6 subdual.
Ah, okay.
Then Ichijo, lovely hit there. Clobber him. Kyūryū, second reaction.
Can
Strike
I?
hits.
Yeah, I can attack again on second reaction,
Yep.
can't I?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to try to strike him. Ho!
Yeah. That's a critical.
Get that around you, sunshine.
Okay. Roll a d10.
Oh.
A 2.
Is that
Double
the
normal damage. So double your damage.
Oh, is that the critical roll? Right, so what's my damage on the nunchaka? Let me see. Is it on the character sheet?
Should be.
Where about? On the right hand side equipment? Yeah. So, nunchaku's d6.
Yep. Do you get a damage bonus?
Where would that be?
L20?
Yeah, I do, +1.
So d6 plus 1 doubled.
And this is not subdual damage. Oft. 2 doubled is 4.
That is subdual damage.
Is it?
Nunchaku do subdual damage.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not an edged weapon or anything.
Yep. So that's a total of 4 subdual. Okie doke.
Oh, the chance to do 20. Well, did I have the chance to do the 12 and I did?
No, you had the chance to do 14.
Yeah, the chance was 14 and I did 4.
Well, don't knock it.
Just have to hit him again.
Kosa. Oh, sorry, hang on a second. No, Kosa. Yes, Kosa. You go. Kyūryū go. Kinzo goes on 2. So Kosa,
Okay, we'll
strike him. Go for it. I think
Okay,
that's going to be a
hit.
hit, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah, man.
Was it D6 plus
Show them how we do it in the north, boys.
D6 plus 2 for you.
Take 6. Oh, no, it's not. Come on, dice. What is wrong with it? It's just hanging up again.
Oh dear.
Oh, here's the thing.
Following you, Kyūryū, I'm just flicking them with my finger.
You are taunting them. That's what it is. You're taunting them.
Gently slap him round the face a bit.
Okay. Kinzo will go on 2. So it's the Dockers. They will. Let's just roll 3d20. We'll do the flanking one as 1, 2, 3 in order. Hang on, what did I rolled 3 100. I shouldn't. I rolled 3d20.
You missed for that. 33, that's rubbish.
6 is a miss. 4 is a hit because you charged. 13 is a miss. So 2 points of subdual, please, Kinzo. And then Kosa.
Oh, come on, boys. Show them how we do it in the north.
Oh, he's going to get me annoyed in a minute.
Take 2 points of damage. He's taunting you.
How are we rolling all these crits and then minimum damage? All of us, man. No way.
And finally against Kyūryū.
Oh, come on.
That's a hit.
It will be.
Doing 2 points of damage. And then Kinzo, you charged Docker 3. Clobber him.
Yes.
Oh, definitely. So that's 4. Did your strength go up through your charge?
That's actually 5 points of damage, Dave.
Yeah. Okay. Righty ho. In that case, over to start of the next round. Ichijo's giving a match of the day commentary here. Kyūryū.
Same old, I believe. Try and
I believe so.
smack him with the Nunchaka.
Nope,
17.
that's not
Miss.
going to be a hit. Kosa,
Yep. Right, just stop
in with
messing-
the Yobara. Oh, definitely.
Stop messing about. Give this guy some punishment. 4. Hit 4.
Oh dear. Still there. And Kinzo.
Missed.
7 minus a d20. -3? Oh, that's... Oh, you rolled a 10, you're saying?
That's him putting the formula in.
I still miss.
He's putting in his target. He's putting in his target minus 1d20. He's been clever.
Okay, fine. And
It
over
also
to...
helps if you press the primary, not the second.
Yeah. Okay, and the Dockers will move forward. And this guy will... So, are you keeping the same guy on your flank?
Yes.
Okay. So, let's see. So, it's 3d20. So, the guy on your flank, which is number 1, hits, and 4 and 3 hit. Aha. Not good. 11 points of subdual.
Oh.
And Kosa. Now he's got. Odd, it is a distraction. Yes, it is a distraction. So he will attempt to ignore that distraction and fail. So a 9. What, your armor class is 2. Is it Kosa or?
2.
So that's 3. No, that's not a distraction. So that is just a hit. So that's 4 subdual.
Okie dokie.
And then Docker 5 has the restriction and misses. And then secondary is Ichijo. He's Ichijo will ask if you need help, Kinzo. Kyūryū?
Yes, please.
More of the same from Kyūryū.
Okay, go for it. Secondary.
Rolled a 7. I believe that'll hit him.
Well, no, you're half your BCS. Don't forget.
So
What's your nunchaku?
Nunchaku final BCS is 11.
So half that.
Is 5. I need 5.
Yep.
No, so that's not a hit.
Kosa. Secondaries, you do generally need to roll. Oh, he's done it again. Come on. Let's have another 1.
Don't
Sorry.
roll a 1 this time.
Roll a d10.
D10, isn't it? Yep.
D10.
D10.
1. Double damage. Come on, let's have another 1.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think so. Hang on. Let me just.
Don't roll a 1.
Try.
Oh my jeez.
It's still 6. Still 6.
Roll 20's got it in for us tonight, like.
Yeah, 1, 1, 1. A 6 anyway with the additions and the double.
He's pretty badly staggered, but he's still there.
Oh, what a shame. What a shame.
And Kinzo.
Attempt to punch the one I'm already fighting.
Go for it. A 17 is a miss.
Yeah. I should be unconscious next round.
And the 3 dockers will attempt to strike you. Oh no! No! No!
What a shame.
Oh dearie me.
Oh dear. Critical failure in unarmed combat. So the guy who's flanking you. D20. An 8. Gives himself a stun special effect. So basically he's he stunned himself for this turn and the whole of next turn. So he's so he's stunned. So he's stunned. And the guy that you're hitting is the other guy who's critically failed. He rolls an 11. He loses his balance, suffers a dazed special effect, and must make a speed saving throw to avoid falling down. Speed saving throw, yes, but he's dazed, which basically he forfeits his next available action phase, so he misses his primary next round. Okay, so basically you've only got one person attacking you next round.
I think actually I should be doing +3, Dave, because I get my level, don't I?
True. Yep, I keep forgetting that. So you need
2 more points then.
in that case, splat.
No, what is he? Yeah, I thought I was last time.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
So even with your minimum damage to taunt them, you're still knocking them out.
Slapped him unconscious. Slapped him with a wet fish unconscious.
Okie doke. So start of the next round. Sorry, the dockers have. Sorry, the other 2 dockers. One collapses to the ground, so we have Docker 5 having his secondary attack on Kyūryū and missing. Ichijo will charge forward. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 to there, I think. With his spear, his wooden spear. Is it his wooden spear? What's he using, Ichijo?
I think he used a spear, didn't he, last time? Oh, no, has he got a wooden katana or something?
Yeah, my apologies. It's his wooden katana.
Plain katana.
Yes. Okay. So in that case, he moves forward to optimum range, which unfortunately gives you a restriction, Kinzo. But so a distraction, Kinzo. But never mind.
Do I hear him coming?
Oh yes, he's kind of yelling for the honor of Kawa. Kyūryū.
Let's go. Come on. 1d10 again.
1d10.
7.
Now remember 1. No, a 7. Special effect. Roll a d20 for the special effect. A 4. Target is knocked back 1 yard and dazed, which basically means he loses his next attack
and
action
D6
phase.
plus 1 damage, right?
And d6 plus 1 damage.
6 damage, bitch.
He's still there. Kosa,
Well,
you're going to turn round, clobber this guy in the back.
Clock for 3 here.
Yep, he's dazed.
Oh, unlucky for him.
Well, that's a definite hit. Roll your damage.
Okay, just mine.
Still there. It looks even more dazed if possible. And Kinzo, you going to finish him off?
No, I'm going to step forward one hex and beat the guy who's not stunned or dazed.
Okay, presumably to there, yes? And turn to there?
I'll turn if I have to.
Well, it would mean that he'd be the Docker 3 would be in your flank rather than your rear. Because if you just step one and you stay like that, then he's going to be in your rear.
Okay, I'll turn so he isn't.
Yeah, so if you turn so he's in your flank. He can still step into your rear, or he could if he wasn't dazed.
I think wasn't beating the crap out of him.
Yeah.
Missed.
Missed. Righty-ho. Okay. There's only... Docker 1's not doing anything. Docker 2 will step to there to try and stop you getting away from his mates. And looks surprised when they don't actually do anything. And... sorry, D10, not D20. A 4, which is triple normal damage done. So...
Ooh.
3 points of damage!
The ones!
He lightly slaps you with his fingertips. And your nose starts to bleed. This is getting ludicrous.
Thank God for that.
Critical slaps and tickles, man.
Everybody's fighting with tickling.
It's a game of critical slaps, boys.
Kyūryū!
I'm gonna slap this shit out of this guy. He's
Okay,
gonna have
that's
such a
you're-
red face.
You are at -1 on top of everything else.
Okay, I don't need to. I can get him from there, eh? I don't need to move.
Yes.
Don't need to close. Okay. Just slap the shit out of you, buddy. Here it comes. The hardest tickle of
You
your
need
life.
low. You need low.
Yeah.
Nope, that's a miss. Kosa.
I'm going to forego my attack and have a glance over at our goodies, make sure nobody's interfering with them.
No. The apprentice is standing there, kind of looking the other way and whistling. He's not paying attention to this. This is nothing to do with him.
Okay.
And Kinzo.
Punch the guy in front of me.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh.
A 4 might actually be enough to hit him. You have 1 distraction. Can you ignore it?
It depends on what his arm class.
No. Can you ignore Kosa for a start? Because you've got 1 distraction because of him. The Docker is only armor class 1. You got another -1 for Kosa, so that would be -2.
Well, I hit him anyway then.
Oh, you hit him anyway. Fine.
Nice.
In that case, 7 points on the undamaged one. And
6 points of damage, Dave.
oh, my apologies. Yes, I was looking at the 7. It's a 6. Fair enough. Docker 1 loses his special effect and will be back in action next round. Docker 2 will strike you, or at least attempt to strike you, and fail. Docker 3 will thump Kinzo in the flank and miss. And then on a 2, Ichijo, charging, will add his strength, his BMA temporarily to his strength. So that puts his strength up another 5. So his strength damage bonus goes up to 3. Fine. Actually, it's his wakizashi, not his katana. So, he will be doing d6 minus 2, sorry, plus 2 if he hits. So he will attempt to strike him. Definitely. d6 plus 2.
We've got a cursed D6 tonight, gents.
He strikes him precisely where he meant to. In the tonsils. Because he called you puffs. Okay. In that case, next round, Ichijo will then strike again.
Get him, Ichijo.
And
Get
hit him
on.
again. Doing d6 plus 1.
That's our
Which
boy.
is another 3 points of damage. Kyūryū.
Just gonna strike at this boy.
Might be an idea to step forward one.
Why?
To get to optimum range. You're at
Oh, is it
-1 at that
optimal, is it?
range.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ugh, no.
Nope, that's not a hit. Kosa?
I'll hit Docker 3 in the back or whatever.
It is actually in the
Oh,
back.
Yep.
Even if he's pointing the wrong way, it is in the back, I'm afraid.
Come on, D20. Roll 20. It's hopeless.
So
5
that's a
myself.
hit. Splat.
Is he,
He
enough
collapses.
punches? Good.
And Kinzo.
Oh shit. 2-6. What have I done?
Move to there and attempt to hit him. I haven't hit anybody yet. Critical.
Yes, but you are surviving well against overwhelming odds. A 2 is a definite hit.
No, I've hit armor class 11, so you can take 6 points of damage.
Nice.
And he's still there.
Yeah, well, he's not been hurt yet.
True. Well, he has actually. He took 6 last time, so he's up to 12.
Oh, okay.
You hit him last time.
Yeah, well, I didn't think I did, but never mind.
You did.
I'm not arguing with you.
Yeah, I've hit him before. That's
Okay. Docker 1 will close with Ichijo and strike him roughly. How dare he interrupt his fun and miss. Docker 2 will attempt to strike the guy who insulted him and hit, doing another d6 subdual. Ooh,
Oh.
6 subdual, Kinzo.
Excuse me.
And finally, Docker 5.
Unbelievable.
We'll do double damage of... Is Kinzo unconscious? So that's 4 points on Kyūryū.
He's just
He's not turning and fleeing, is he?
4 points on Kyūryū.
Kyūryū, yes.
Oh.
Docker 5 just
These,
nutted you.
Get away from
Kinzo
me.
collapses unconscious.
Oh no.
And on to secondaries. Ichijo will attempt to strike him on a secondary.
Come on, mate. Yes.
That might.
Oh, it's a secondary. It needs to be half.
He has 1 restriction, and the guy's in armor class 2, so that's -2. Ichijo's BCS is 7, -2 is 5, and he rolled a 4. Yes. D6 plus 2. He's hit him 3 times and done 3 points of damage each time.
Come on, hit him properly.
He's playing with him,
Have we
obviously.
padded our weapons?
Kyūryū.
With cotton wool.
Come Come on.
Go on, smack him one.
Oh, nah, that's
a hit.
Is it? I needed 11.
Oh, sorry, no. On
need
the
a
second
5.
rate, that's not a hit.
I think I need a 5, yeah.
Kosa?
Can I... is Kinzo down? Alright.
Kinzo's down, yes.
Am I allowed to move a yard and strike?
Combat
on the secondary?
actions on secondary actions. You could move and parry, but you can't move and attack.
No, okay. The two that are next to me that are down, are either of them the ones that insulted us?
No, it was Docker 1. He was the boss.
Okay, right. Okay, so I will just prepare to face Docker 2 then.
Were you going to teabag somebody?
Docker 2 or whatever.
Okay. Kinzo is unconscious. We have 2 Dockers left. They're secondaries. So let's roll them both at the same time. Neither of them
3
hit.
Dockers left. Got 3 Dockers left.
Yes, but Docker 2 can't do anything.
Oh, right, okay.
Well, apart from kick Kinzo in the balls, but no, he won't. Right, start of the next round. Ichijo will again attempt to play with his food and miss. Kyūryū, you still playing with your food?
Hit.
That is indeed a hit. D6 plus
1.
1. Come on, let's have a 1 again.
It's rolling. The suspense is killing me. What is going on, roll 20? 3.
4 damage.
He's tottering, but he is still on his feet. And Kosa, you're going to step up to Docker 2?
Move up and say, oi, leave my mate alone, yes.
Go for it.
Ooh, my BCS is 13 normally.
Right, you don't have any restrictions. You have 1 distraction, and he's armor class 1, so that's a hit.
Nice.
Roll your damage.
Take 5, scumbag.
He collapses.
Nice.
Good.
Yes, well done, Kosa.
Well, I have to show you guys how to do it, don't I? I'm supposed to be a leader, I've got to show you how to do it.
Of course. Kinzo took all that time wearing these dockers down for you, and you're taking all his food. And finally, it's Docker 1 and Docker 5's turn. So he will attempt to strike at Ichijo and fail, and strike at Kyūryū and fail.
Haha.
Ichijo will have his second reaction.
Get him, Chijo.
That I don't think is going to be enough to hit. He's got a distraction that he can't ignore. The guy's in armor class 1 and he's at -1 for range, so that's -3. Nope, that's not enough to hit. Kyūryū, your secondary. Don't roll a 1. Well, rolling a 1 followed by a 0 is perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, no, that was a miss.
Kosa.
I'm just going to check on Kinzo.
He's kind of just lying there, slightly battered and bruised, but appears okay.
Just realised.
Doesn't have additional bruising in the genital area.
I just realised I'm better using Jiu-Jitsu than Nunchakate because it's the same damage on unarmed 1d6, isn't it? And I've got a better BCS in Jiu-Jitsu.
Yes. You need to get your nunchako trained up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Docker 1 will attempt to strike Ichijo and fail, and Kyūryū and fail. Next round, Ichijo again will step back 1 and strike at optimum range. Whoa!
Oh.
There's an awful lot of criticals in this combat.
Ooh, what's this?
Yeah, but they don't...
triple damage and a special effect.
Come on.
That's not killing.
Well,
Good night.
Yes, come on, Ichijo.
well, the
Lights out, that
the
is.
special effect is knocked down and dazed. So he's prone and dazed. Which is the prone one? That one. Okay. And the damage, d6 plus 2 tripled. This could possibly kill him. 8. 24 damage. Ouch. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Accidentally killed someone.
Right, so 24 damage. So 6 knock him down to unconscious, leaving 18. Halved that is 9. He has a badly fractured whatever, but he's not dead.
Oh, nice.
He's basically 9 lethal down. That's Ichijo.
But he is down.
He's down, yes. That's the important thing. Well, obviously Ichijo saw you collapse, Kinzo, and decided to stop playing. And Kyūryū, can you finally knock your guy out before Kosa comes and knocks him
I
out for
bloody
you?
hope so. Yes.
Not going to interfere. You should better deal with one guy.
4 damage.
4 damage it
wondering
is.
I'm just wondering why he's waving that piece of stick around.
Nah, that was a kick that time. He's fainted and went with a high kick. Nice.
Ah, congratulations. You have managed to knock out the dockers.
Right.
The apprentice is kind of whistling away, kind of looks over his shoulder. Oh, you finished playing? Go on, need to get these
Yeah,
packs off to the warehouse.
Just a minute. Can you, Bushido and Kyūryū, can you empty their pockets while I look at...
Happily.
what these
Happily.
The apprentice promptly looks the other way.
I will
He
empty
is
their
not
pockets.
seeing this.
Right, can we take a break there, guys? I'm going to go to the shop. It's,
Okay.
it's halfway through the session, so it'd be a nice time if I'm going to take one. Do you mind?
Yep, certainly.
I only need 2-3 minutes. Like,
Okie doke.
cheers, troops. I'll be back soon.
We'll sort out what you find in their pockets when he gets back.
Nice one.
You do find some nice Irizumi on dock.
Irizumi, what's that?
Sleeved twos.
Ah, right.
Not on the others.
Well, I'm going to be concentrating on getting Kinzo back on his feet.
Okay. Do you have physician skill?
Nope. Nope, I do not have physician skill, but I will.
Does he have
water on him, give him a bit of a massage if necessary.
You can attempt to
Try and get him
massage
to
him to get him to come round. Does anybody else have massage? I believe that Kyūryū has massage.
I have massage too.
Probably.
I can't massage myself.
You can't massage yourself. Okay, so Kyūryū and Kosa will attempt to massage some sense into your brain, and they both have a skill of a BCS of 6 in it.
I rolled a 9, so I'll roll for Kyūryū, shall I?
Yep, you roll for Kyūryū.
7.
No.
Oh,
How far negative are you, by the way, Kinzo?
I've taken 1 lethal.
Sorry, did he do 2 subdual over your limit?
No, he did 1.
If he only did 1 subdual over your limit, then no, you haven't taken a lethal. You'd have to do.
In that case, I'm just unconscious.
You're just unconscious, yes. That's that. If he'd done because it's subdual damage he's doing, then half of it would be lethal once you get past unconscious, which is why Ichijo didn't kill his guy.
Lucky him.
Yes.
No, I'm just unconscious.
Well, triple damage on and maximum damage. 24 was pretty lethal.
Where did he hit him?
Not absolutely sure. Probably somewhere. He's probably broken a rib, poked into a lung or something. So the guy's.
Oh, do you want to roll some sort of hit location?
Can do.
Anybody able to treat him? Don't really want him dying.
18, I think, is one of the arms, is it?
Yeah, it's his right arm.
So you've smashed his arm.
Okay. He's broken his arm then.
Ichijo, have you got any? Can you do anything to stop him dying, bleeding out?
No.
Well, not. I thought I'd ask anyway.
I can bind his wounds up to stop him bleeding.
Yeah, put a bandage on him or whatever at least.
Okay.
Probably best if he didn't die.
Deafness saving throw of 8 to avoid making it worse. Sorry, what am I doing?
Well done.
I need to roll a
D8.
D20, not a D8.
No wonder you made it.
Okay, unfortunately he does another point of damage in doing so, but he's stopped bleeding. And -10 isn't enough to kill him.
Alright. It's not my problem if his arm doesn't heal straight.
Well, no doubt one of the other dockers will kind of take him somewhere when they come round.
I'm back.
You are going to have to carry Kosa for the time being, so Ichijo... Sorry, Kinzo. So Ichijo suggests that he stays with his and Kosa's packs, and you two take 2 of the packs to the warehouse and then come back for the other 2.
How long is it going to take us to get to the warehouse and back?
About 2 minutes there, 2 minutes back.
Oh, it's okay. I'm going to say I don't want to leave him too long because some of the Docker's friends might turn up.
Well, he's actually going to... Ichijo will suggest dragging the dockers into this gap.
Okay. Accidentally give them another kick just to make sure they're out. Oh.
Okay.
I've accidentally... Oh, I've accidentally kicked you in the head. Never mind.
Okay, Ichijo will guard Kinzo while you're moving them, and you through their pockets. The four dockers have 20 copper between them.
Nice.
And the docker number 1, the loudmouth, has 7 silver and 5 copper. And a nice set of Irizumi.
What's the resume?
Tattoos.
Oh.
You remember when you were in the Lucky Coin?
Mm-hmm.
And you noticed some of them obviously displaying tattoos? His aren't obvious, they're under his sleeves, but the other dockers, no, they're just ordinary workers, but this guy is obviously a Yakuza.
Well, that's 5 copper each, gentlemen, and a silver each and change.
How many of us are there? 4, is there?
5.
Five.
Ichijo.
Yep, okay, so we'll give everybody 5 copper and 1 silver.
Okay. Right. Ichijo has gained 1.5 Budo. Kosa has gained 3. Kyūryū has gained 1. And Kinzo has gained 0.5.
What did I gain?
So
1
3,
Budo.
okay.
This is Budo. You can put that in at the top.
top here. Just sorting it there. What have I done? Oh, I know.
It doesn't let me put in 2.75 for some reason. I had 1.75 and you gave me 1. It doesn't let me change it to 2.75. Just says 2.7. Dave.
So it's only got one decimal place.
Nah, because it had 1.75 written before.
Alright, I don't know then.
David.
Let me put it in.
Operator error.
Can you type in 2.75?
No.
I don't know quite what's going on with that. Very odd.
No, I don't know how you can. Yeah, I don't know how it can be different for different uses on the same spreadsheet.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is Google Sheets. I
Yeah,
much prefer
it's-
Excel, but
It's shared sheet is a shared sheet. Yes, I don't think you can. Like... Oh well.
okay, never mind. Ah. Good Lord, Kosa, you're getting on well. Well, you are party leader.
I'm just lucky.
What's he got?
Just lucky.
I've got 1 key, 2.75 Budo and 22 on.
Well, you can talk to each other and tell each other if you wish. Anyway, the dockers show no signs of recovering when you get back for the second lot of packs, and Ichijo says he will have Kinzo lean on him and carry him back into the city and try and wait for you at the dock gates to find an inn. Okay, so you head off, drop the last 2 packs in, and are you going to unload them carefully?
Yes, we are. Yep.
Good, fine.
Don't want any breakages, but we do want our packs back.
Okay, fine. And you pick up the packs and you carry them back to the dock gates, and Ichijo is there leaning against them, holding up Kinzo. He's explained to the Ashigaru that he's had a couple of drinks too many and can't take his liquor.
Is I take it Kinzo is he not in a fit state to travel? I assume.
He's groggy. He's not in a fit state to travel. He needs to rest overnight.
We need to rest overnight in town then.
Okay.
Do you want to get rid of the turn order, David?
Will do.
This will tighten.
And I will move you back to the main map. So you are still in Miyazaki. Okay, so the 20 Satsuki dawns. It looks like it's going to be a pretty hot day, up in the 30s. But heavy cloud overhead, could rain. What do you wish to do? Do you wish to take ship across the broad river to the Saikaido on the other side? Do you wish to go for a wander in South Hyuga? What do you wish to do?
What do you think, boys?
Am
I
I
think we
awake?
should get home. I don't like this town much.
Yeah, I don't fancy sticking around here to see the sights. If this is how you get greeted when you walk around the docks.
Yeah, that's the way they treat tourists. I mean, yes.
Yeah.
But you weren't tourists.
As long as Kinzo's okay, we'll head back. I think.
Kinzo has recovered overnight. No longer seeing little birds circling over his head. Okay. You travel back to the jetty. display the fact that you have empty packs, so the customs people aren't bothered, and pay the 2 copper fee for... Oh, it was 4 copper for the inn overnight, by the way.
Okay.
Okay.
2 copper, number 2 for
And
the
2
ferry.
and 2 for the ferry.
Okay.
So knock 6 off. And does the ferry journey pass peacefully?
I just changed something. Oh my days, Dave! I just changed my permanent popular dance to. Oh no, I've not changed that.
Well, just undo it.
Right, okay.
Edit, undo.
Yeah, where's that? Edit, undo.
It's on the edit menu, and it's the first option. Undo.
Yeah, I've not. Oh. Where's the edit?
Hang on a second. Where's the party gone? For
You're over
somehow
here,
you'd moved off into the wilderness. I must have moved you by accident.
Would it have? Would it have been 50 already? I don't think I have changed it actually.
Your popular dance would be reasonably
Popular
high.
dance. I haven't changed mine, and
Why
mine
is
is 50.
Like, listen,
If
somebody's
you're a
got,
classic man, which I assume you are, then you should start on 50 here.
I think something's going on. I think I had something pressed on my keyboard because it was. Yeah, do you know what it was? I didn't have the number lock button pressed on my keyboard, and when I was typing in numbers, it was using those keys as arrows instead and jumping me around into different cells. That's what it's done.
Yeah.
Numbers lock was off.
Always a problem. Yes.
A pain in the butt.
You successfully cross the river, which is actually the Oyodo River.
Just the
I will-
20th, is it? 20th,
Today is 20 Satsuki, yes,
Okay.
and it's quite hot. Everybody in their normal peasant garb, or is anybody trying to wear their winter garb at the moment,
Well, I have
by
to-
the way?
I have town garb. I have like 2 sets of peasant garb. One of them
Yes,
says
that's
town.
fine.
That's
Town
the nicer
town
one,
guard,
right?
town guard or peasant, town garb or peasant garb are all armor class 1, but they are summer weight.
But the town one is the
That is
nicer
the
one,
one.
isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm wearing that generally.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm a monk. I'm wearing the peasant one.
Okay. So are you just heading up the Saikaido as fast as you can go?
Yes, we might as
guess
well
so.
stick to the main road.
Okie doke. And dumpty 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 dum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You go past the Temple of the Immaterial. Are you going to stop in and say hello, or just keep going?
It's up to Kyūryū whether he wants to visit.
Okay, and
Well.
you reach the village of Hayo, and you are stopped by Ashigaru on the road. They are stopping people travelling on the road.
I was going to say I think we should stop and visit that temple in case we get accused of visiting it when we haven't.
They're stopping all
Special-
travellers at the moment. The Hatamoto in charge of Ima Castle is carrying out military manoeuvres on the other side of the river, so they're stopping all travel for the day.
Okay. Have a rest and keep down, I guess.
Okay. You get there by lunchtime. It actually rains in the afternoon, so the poor old Ashigaru out on manoeuvres aren't in the best of spirits when they come back into the castle that evening. Okay. The other, apart from that, you're not bothered. So you can leave the following day without a problem. Dark storm clouds overhead, and it's going to be even hotter today. You can tell. It's you know that sultry, oppressive feeling you get before a storm. Yeah, it's like that. So best travel as far as you can today while you can. So, how far can you actually travel? Well, Chijo can move 5, so you can move 7 without pushing him too far. All right.
Yep.
So if you're going flat out like that, you'd be able to do 14 hexes up the Saikaido. So you make it all the way to Uminasai. But then I just need to reveal some more map. So 1 second.
Sorry, where did we get to, Dave?
We're getting this map explored eventually.
Let's see. You're traveling along the Saikaido, so you get to Uminasai, but I then need to extend the
fill in the blank.
The blank, because you are traveling all the way along the Saikaido rather than taking a diversion to the river. So you can actually make 14 hexes on the Saikaido, subject to are there any problems today? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You get to the border, the customs post at Ohio Castle, wave your empty packs at them, and then 11, 12, 13. Well, you can make it Hanamishisu for them.
Oh,
Okay.
home for the night.
Well, you could travel another a hex on if you want,
Nah,
but
I think it'd be nice to have a night
the
at
weather
home,
looks
boys.
pretty dire for tonight.
I think it'd be nice to have a wee night at home. We could see our parents and that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You haven't seen it for a while.
Home cooking, boys.
Okay. You make it to Hanamishisu. Gonna drop it and see Uncle.
Still the 20th, eh?
That is the 21st.
Okay. 21st.
On the 20th, you travel to Hayo,
Right, okay.
but you were stopped because of the military manoeuvres that
Yeah.
the troops from the castle were carrying out. And on the 22 at Tsuki, 21. 21 at Tsuki.
21.
You then travelled up to Hanamishisu.
We will pop in and say, well, I will certainly pop in and say hello to Uncle. Yeah, how he's doing.
Oh, aye.
Oh, welcome, lads. All going well.
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
Once you got you working hard,
Yeah.
or are you back in the
He's
village for
keeping us
good now?
Oh, no.
No,
Getting lots of
she's
good work.
keeping us busy.
Okay, so you wouldn't be interested in a job?
Well, we'll certainly hear you out.
Yeah, it depends what it is.
I need to get some provisions sent up to the house on the rock.
Where's the house in the... Oh, okay. How? That's only half a day and half a day back out of our way, isn't it? Well, no, it's not. It's more than that, isn't it? 'Cause
It's
terrain.
more than that because there isn't
Yeah.
actually a road there.
There's no road, it's rough terrain, isn't it?
Yeah.
Correct.
It depends how you're paying, Uncle, I suppose.
Oh, 2 copper a day, standard rates.
Come off it. No, it's okay. We've got better things to do.
Why not? Why not?
Oh, boys, we're not worth more than that now.
Well, the
Just
point is
walk
the house.
over.
The point is the house on the rock
Not
is
doing
a.
Do our friend a favour, you know.
Is a martial arts school.
Oh, is it? Also, it is. Yeah, it's the martial arts school.
Oh,
Also, oh no, I forgot what I was going to say. Right, yeah. Do we have food to take off for all the days travelling? By the way.
yes.
You had to pay 3 copper for the night in Hayo, and
Yeah, paid my
let's
ins.
see, what's your family's? Oh, they're not particularly pleased to see you, but they will feed you. But they're not putting you up for the night, so it'll cost you 2 copper for the inn. In Hanamishisu.
No way! I can't even stay at home.
I'm sorry. Your
Oh.
room has been given to somebody else.
Oh, they got a lodger in.
Or,
have they?
or rather, your pallet in the room has been given to somebody else.
Alright.
You know, the kids are getting older, you know.
That's why I left to become a monk. It was shy at home.
So it only costs you 2 copper tonight.
Oh, lovely. In my hometown.
Well, have you sent any money home to your mum?
Well, I was going to discuss, like, dropping off some money at home with Mum, and then she decided she wasn't putting me up for the night, so no, I'm not going to be. Bitch. That's why I left to become a monk. Never had any respect in this house.
I'm sorry, if you have no respect for your parents, people will have no respect for you. Anyway, so he's offering you 2 copper a day to take some goods up to the house on the rock for him.
Yeah, the house of the rocks of the martial arts school, absolutely, yeah, we are.
So how much weight of stuff is there?
He will go back into his room and just double check how much it's going to be.
It'd be 1 day's travel, surely, yeah?
Right, he's got about £40 of stuff to go up there.
Yep, okay.
It's easy enough for the 5 of us.
I think we will do that.
Okie doke. And providing you don't cross over, providing you don't go over the river, then you shouldn't need to go and get you a custom stamp for it. Because while the house on the rock isn't actually in Lord Kanawa's domain, it's in one of the other the samurai's provinces.
Just checking the job for once you're taking that stuff down the Saikaido. We're not on like a time scale getting back. We could take a week's training,
Well, he'd allowed 2, 4, 6, 8. He'd actually allowed 10 days for you to do that.
Right. Sorry, I didn't realise we had that and back.
So if you're not back in 10 days,
okay, never mind.
Never
mind.
We'll make it in the
worry.
10 days, won't we?
Yeah.
Even if we go to the house on the rock, we'll make it within the 10 days, won't we?
Yeah.
2, 4, 6. You've had 7 days so far. And it's a day back to Nobioka from here.
Yeah.
If you can make it to the house on the rock and back in 2 days.
So,
2 days.
if there's no problems, then we're just doing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, of course.
So
when did we ever run into problems? It'll be fine.
So basically, to get to the house on the rock, it will cost you 1 rye for that, 1 rye for that, and then 1 1/3 for each of these hexes. That's 1, 2, 3. So that would be 4. Yeah, you should do it in a day unless there's bad weather or something like that. And looking out at the clouds, it does look like there's going to be a storm tomorrow.
Do we think it's worth it? Like cutting it that close for an extra 4 copper? I don't know if it is. It doesn't pay well enough.
Yeah, okay. I'll explain to Uncle that we may have to turn it up. They're expected back in Nobioka, and looking at the weather outside, we don't think we're going to make it if we divert up there.
And it's not worth it for 2 copper a day to lose to lose the big job, eh? It's not though, but to lose the big job in the big city I'm sorry, Uncle, but we get paid more these days than you're offering us.
Do you think I'm made of money? I mean, city rates. I mean, one shoe can afford to pay
Uncle,
such exorbitant fees for that sort of thing.
Uncle, so you find someone else that you can afford.
Well, 3 copper.
What do you think, boys? I'm not that bothered for an extra copper piece, to be honest.
It's too close.
Yeah, it is. We're cutting it too close.
Yeah, unfortunately, Uncle, much as I would like to help you
out. If we get stuck for even a
quarter
of a day in bad weather, we're screwed.
Yeah, we are under a bit of pressure to get back to one shoe.
I don't think we do it, boys.
throws up his hands in his hands. And well, at least I'm glad to see you being loyal to him.
It's not about the money, Uncle. It's just the time. We're struggling for time, and
Yeah.
we're
Yes.
already contracted to one job. We can't risk not fulfilling that contract for another one. If we had no contract, then it would be no problem. But we're contracted already. I'm sure you understand.
Yes, look disappointed, but yes, I suppose you said you'd do that for him. Yes. I can't complain too much. He says, continuing to complain. Okay, so you spend the night in the inn in Hanamishisu. As the night draws on, the weather is getting worse and worse, and in the early hours of the morning, you're woken up by a tremendous thunderstorm outside, and a storm has broken over the village, and it looks torrential rain outside. When you get up for breakfast, the innkeeper kind of looks out and you know, this is a setting all day, lads. Might be better staying here for the day and go on tomorrow.
Is the river crossing likely to be closed in this weather? Our experience.
Did you want to take another 2 days travelling, boys, eh?
The river at Connor?
The river, yes, at Connor.
Unlikely. The bridge is there might be a bit of water on the road, but the bridge should still be there.
Okay. So I think we'll have to just put up with the miserable weather. We'll set off.
Okie doke. He looks a bit disappointed. Okay, so you travel up the road. It hasn't actually been raining long enough for the river to rise massively, but you can tell the water coming downstream is full of debris, etc., and it is going to be rising. But you make it across the bridge without a problem. The Saikaido, given it's a well-maintained road, it stands up to this sort of weather surprisingly well. But you are all pretty wet and miserable by the time you get to Nobioka. Clothes are soaked, you've got water in the ration packs. The packs themselves are soaking wet. And you make it to Wonshu's place feeling very sorry for yourselves. But you make it there in one piece.
Okay.
Any problems on the gate? No, you don't have any problems on the gate, so you get into the city okay. You make it to Wonshu's, and he's in sheltering out of the rain. When you knock on the door, he opens it. He's surprised to see you there, but kind of, come in, don't stand out there in the wet.
Yes, we'll get in and strip off some of our wet stuff.
Okay. You pull his bill of lading out from the bamboo container you had it in. The ends are a little bit wet, but the signature is still there. Is there to show that you delivered all the stuff.
All your deliveries were made successfully.
He's very grateful, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days travel. He will pay you 40 copper each.
I'll take a silver and 10 copper if you don't mind.
Well, I have copper here ready for you, he said.
I'll take a silver and 9 then.
All right.
Hey.
Do the rest of you want a silver and 9 copper, or?
I'll take the copper.
Take the copper, not proud.
Okay, Ichijo will also take the copper.
I didn't like that. I was back to 23 on silver, so because we picked one up, so I had to get rid of that unlucky number again.
Okie doke. Just keep an eye on the. If you have too many coins, you're
Also thinking about that, yeah.
Okay. I presume you kind of strip off your wet clothes and
Yes.
put on some of the, because you do have clothes still in your left in one shoe's place, which are nice and dry.
No, once we get in the place, I'm going to walk around just in my underwear.
Fair enough.
Nice. We're inside and warm. I'm just walking around in my underwear, flexing my muscles.
Okay. It was another hot day. Got up to about 34 degrees. Okay. The night remains hot. It keeps raining till about 2 o'clock in the morning, and then tapers off. And the temperature doesn't really drop down. It's hot, humid. And when you awake the following morning, it's foggy out there. So one shoe will warn you not to travel too close to the edge of the docks. Don't want to fall in by accident. So what do you wish to do today? Are you looking for work on the docks?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Second day of the
Okay.
week, isn't it? So it's
We're a few
It's
days
too
away
early
from
to-
being able to do some training or anything. We're on the 23rd.
yeah, we'll
third
work
day of
and
the
then we
week.
can pop up to check what's on next week.
Where do we go for training? Where would we be going?
Same places we've usually gone.
Uh,
Moving Wave, Dawn of Time.
I want to go to the House of the Rock, the actual martial arts school. We've got a better chance of all getting a good class there, don't we?
Yeah, you had your chance to go there, didn't you?
Yeah, well, well, there's nice ones in Nobuoka. There's plenty of places here actually.
One shoe can find you general work on the docks today at 3 copper, and he's got some work in a couple of days that he's happy to let you have at 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. So,
Might need to stock up on food.
Okay. If we just do to the end of this week, one shoe has
yeah, I can do
actually
that.
got jobs on 5 days, so that would be 20. There's 1 day with general work, 23, and 2 days with no work. So that will give you 23 copper, and it will cost you 8 copper in food. So that's a net profit of 15 copper.
So can we just add 15 copper then instead of
Just
taking
add
food off?
15 copper.
Nice one.
Okay, let me just bring that up, and then I will let you know what training is available.
Okay, here we go.
It's been a very, very wet week. It's rained every single day, and it was heavy shower. You had a cloud burst 3 days ago, and it's been very heavy showers today. So what with one thing and another, it's not been a good week. But you've been paid, and that's the main thing. So, as far as the week is concerned, you are now in the first week, or next week will be the first week of Minazuki. MI-NA-ZUKI.
Cool.
Okay.
Is this our 4th or 5th month in game?
This is the 6th month, actually.
Jeez, we're flying through it, eh?
Yeah. Have to fight dock workers more often.
We've almost done half a year, boys.
So, That is
Looking for training.
okay. The training available in town next week. Let's see. Oh, Ichijo knows where he's go. No, he doesn't actually. Right, at the Temple of Dragon at Peace.
Hang on, we're getting a lot of feedback over Nick.
Hang on,
Nick?
let me just...
Oh, are you just typing away,
There you
writing
go.
up? Okay, as always, there is Butsudo and Shinten available at the temples and the shrines. The Temple of Dragon at Peace is teaching katakana. Rose Temple is teaching Karma Yoga. The Harvest Blessing Shrine are teaching Gnana Yoga and Hatha Yoga. At the Flower of High Yuga School, there is Yarinaga Jutsu, Naginata Jutsu, Hojo Jutsu, and Sojutsu.
So which are they then?
Yarinaga is Javelin, Naginata is the Sword Spear, Hojo Jutsu is basically rope work. Tying knots, untying knots, etc.
Now, quick question. Does that rope work include using a rope as a weapon? Like
No.
lasso and stuff, no?
No.
Okay.
No. And Sojutsu, which is spear. The Rice Harvest School is teaching Yarinaga Jutsu and Jit Jutsu.
They are
The Art of Go are teaching, wait for it,
yeah.
Go, Poetry, Chinese Classics, and School of Wood. And at the Moving Wave School, they're teaching Tonfate, Saite, Kamajutsu, and Jojutsu.
Right, so what was all the other available martial ones there then?
Okay, Tonfate is using the tonfa, which is a bit like a baton with a side handle.
Mm-hmm.
Saite is an
sai.
agricultural weapon, a sai. Yeah. Kamajutsu is the sickle, and Jojutsu is the joe sticks.
Quite like all these stick weapons and that baton one's. It's flavour for my character, but I want a ranged weapon and a long weapon, or some ability in them. So I'm thinking about that sword spear one.
Okay.
What are other people doing?
Again, bear in mind, if you go for that skill, to use it, you will need a Naginata or a Nagamaki.
Yeah, I still need to get.
And it's
weapon,
illegal for you to carry those sorts of lethal weapons.
Okay.
You may be able to find a wooden training weapon that you can carry around with you,
well,
but that would do less subdual damage.
I'm rethinking then, because the sai is a more concealable weapon. Was there anything in Jiu-Jitsu or Nunchakute?
No, not this week. However, there is nothing to stop you attempting to persuade one of the teachers to teach it in his class.
And Kurumi Jitsu, remind me which one that is.
That is the heroic leaping ability.
Ooh. And is there anything on that?
Nope.
Okay, well I'm going to look for a Jiu-Jitsu or a Nunchakute. And a Temiwazu is... Sorry. I can't remember.
Temiwaza is the original
the little dumbbell thing,
version. No, that's the original version of karate. The Yawara is the dumbbell type weapon that you use to increase your effectiveness with it. It gives you +2 damage.
So it's basically it increases your skill in unarmed because it's like an extension of your fist, right?
Well, it lets you do more damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it worth the two of us or three of us, if Kinzo's interested in trying to get some Temiwaza together?
Yeah.
Well, if 3 of you are going to ask for training in a Temiwaza, getting it, because you're offering 3 people.
Yeah, if I assume Kinzo's interested.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, that's one we can all get, eh?
Okay.
Can all use that, and I can't. Tim's gone silent, doesn't he? So I don't.
You can't hear me?
No, I can hear you loud and clear.
We can do.
Can you not hear Tim, Nick?
Yes.
No, I haven't heard him for ages.
Nah,
Well,
he's
he's kept quiet. Did you hear him just now?
No.
Tim.
Speak again, Tim.
Okay, in that case, he needs to disconnect and come back.
Did you
Yeah.
hear that,
No.
Nick?
No, I can't hear him.
In that
I've
case,
not heard him since.
In that case, disconnect and reconnect to.
Yeah, I've not
Discord.
heard him since we were in that fight.
Oh no.
Right.
You need to disconnect and reconnect.
I can hear everybody else. No problem. Just Tim's gone. Are you there, Tim?
Tim, do you hear Nick?
Well, have you disconnected and reconnected?
Aye, Tim hears you, Nick, but you're not hearing him.
I
think you
can't
need to.
hear Tim.
You need to try reconnecting. I think.
I've just disconnected and reconnected, and it's.
No, I mean like disconnect from voice and then reconnect to the voice channel.
Okay. Well, don't worry about it. I will manage.
No, you won't get the flavour of Tim's Saki.
Yeah, just press hang up and then rejoin the voice channel. It should fix it. Like.
Okay. Let's have a go. Where are we? Reconnect.
Right.
Okay, Tim, make a Saki comment.
No, I won't. Just to annoy you.
Did you hear that?
Yeah,
Nick?
I got that.
There we go. Bloody Discord, man.
Okay, so so you need to try and persuade somebody to teach you a Temiwaza.
Yes.
And the Moving Wave School is probably the best place to try.
Yes.
We've trained a Temiwaza there already.
Yes.
I've trained there. I haven't trained the Temiwaza there, but I have trained.
I haven't trained the Temiwaza there.
I am a member already.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Oh, alright.
So who of you is going to attempt to persuade? Well, the sensei is teaching a class, and it is not full. You can try and persuade the sensei to add training in a Temiwaza for the three of you.
We'll try that.
That'd be a persuasive leader, wouldn't it?
Well, who's got the highest group status in the Moving Wave School?
Group status. I have got 11.
Okay, so that would give you a status BCS.
I've got a 12.
1/5 of that plus 1.
I've got a 12 at the Moving Wave.
Yeah, so you're both the same then. So effectively, your status BCS is going to be 3. However, on top of that, you can add +5 because the sensei is not busy, and +1 per extra pupil. So that would be a total of +8. So your BCS to persuade him to take you on in his class, teaching the Temiwaza, is 11. So you want 11 or less on a D20. Oh, great leader.
It's a bad idea letting me roll. Yes.
Yes, the sensei is quite willing to teach you a Temiwaza.
Nice.
Okay. And because it's the sensei, you can each add 2 to your status in the Moving Wave School.
Right. That's earned status, isn't it?
That's your earned status. Add 2 to that.
Yep.
If you don't have it already, then you can add it. I can't remember whether or not Kinzo has status in the Moving Wave School.
Yes, I do.
Mine's up to
Right.
4.
Okey-doke. So, let's see. So, the skill to train is a Temiwaza. His level is greater than yours. He is 6th level. He is a master of the skill. It is a bonus for you. Now, good lord! Do you realise that he has a Torimono in a Temiwaza up to 88% in katakana?
Oh, I can read
Lucky day.
katakana.
You can all read
Come
katakana.
on.
So you all get an additional +1 for that.
It is our lucky day, boys.
Okay. So, in that case, you would get a bonus on your learning rate of 6. So add 6 to your learning rate, but
Yep.
if your existing skill is higher than 60, halve it.
It's not higher than
Okay.
60. I am on 60.
In that case, you're okay. It's only if it's
Right.
higher than 60.
Where'd I find my learning rate?
Your learning rate should be above your combat section, just
L18,
below your
I think it is.
attributes.
Oh no, it's in here. But
H15 is your learning rate.
Yep. Usually 2.
Okay. So as far as so Kosa, your permanent Atemiwaza is 63, isn't it?
Oh, sorry. Yes, wrong one. My apologies.
Correct. So therefore, halve it.
So I get how much? 5.
It's 6 plus your learning rate.
8 for
Which is
me.
8.
Okay.
Half that.
And you are Kyūryū's Atemiwaza is currently 57, so just add 8. It will take you up to 65.
Nice. My final BCS is 14.
So, your Kyūryū's BCS has gone up by 2, so therefore you're going to add 0.2 to a physical attribute.
Go for speed again.
Well,
Okay.
it's gone up by 1, so you get 0.1.
Okay. Kinzo, your Atemiwaza.
I get 0.1.
Okay, fine. Jolly good. And that will cost you 6 silver pieces each.
Okay.
Rip off.
I'm sorry, you are trained by the sensei, and you think it's a rip-off?
Of course it is. I think I'll become a teacher once I get good enough.
That's where the money is.
Okie doke. So that is a full week's training. Now, what would Ichijo want to learn? Ichijo would like to learn some more Kenjutsu. So he will attempt to find someone to teach him Kenjutsu. Now, that best place for that would be the rice harvest. And that week there are classes available, so he will attempt to persuade them to teach him. So he has no skill and no status in any in the rice harvest school. So he will just have to go on his basic skill, and on a 20, no. He's upset the guy that he was talking to, and he's kicked out of the school for that week. Can't you see he's busy? So he will then try the... Is it the Flower of Hyuga School? Let's check and see what they do. Yes, he will try Flower of Hyuga School and see whether or not they'd be prepared to teach him. He's not having a very good week. He goes back, has a wash, puts on different clothes.
Try having a bath here.
Yes, and then...
And a shave.
Dear oh dear. Where else might he try? He's going to have to try and learn something else. So he will go and see whether or not he can get training in armory from the Art of Go school. And again, he doesn't have any status there, so he will try once again. 6. He does get +5, plus another one is +6. So his 0 goes up to 6, and he makes it. So he will have a week being trained in armory. And the person training him is... Mina's Miyazaki. It's not the sensei, it's Kyūryū. Okay, so Kyūryū is train armory. And he is a master. Is it bonus for a Chijo? Yes. Do they have a usable Torimono? Does Chijo read kanji? No. So therefore he doesn't have a Torimono. But it is bonus for him. So therefore he will get a bonus of +3 at a cost of 4. So his learning rate is 2, so that will be 5, which puts his armory up to 30. And he'll put his wit up to 5.05 at a cost of 4 silver pennies. And he will rejoin you at the end of the evening, at the end of the week, reading another little note about Ashigaru armor. So, you've had a week's training. You've used up the first week of Minazuki. What do you wish to do the following week?
What do we want to do, guys?
Well, I am on
Push
21.
another week's training, or
Yeah, I'm on 21.8. I would like to get another 0.2, so I'm happily train another physical skill.
So, do you want to see what's available for training the following week then?
Yes, please.
yes, please.
Okay. So that is
The 11th Minazuki now.
second week in Minazuki. And let me just check something. Ah, yes, the last week, while you were training, there was a Shinto festival, Naburi Nagashi, and everybody was praying to get rid of illness and maliciousness in the summer. This week, there's a whole series of Buddhist temples. It'd be a good week to go back home because it's family reunion to honour the spirits of one's ancestors. So, do you wish to do that rather than train, or are you going to stay in Nobioka and train?
Nah, I'm in a mood with my parents. I'm not bothered about going home.
Yeah, we'll stay on. I've just seen them a few days ago.
Okie doke. In that case, available for in Nobioka this week, the shrines aren't actually teaching very much. There's only rhetoric and karma yoga available. The Flower of Hyuga School is teaching calligraphy, senjo jutsu, and heraldry.
What's Shinjo Jutsu?
Senjo jutsu is battle tactics and strategy.
Oh, okay. And how does that help out your average adventurer rather than like a foot soldier in an army? Is that useful to us?
It can be useful if you are planning an ambush, because I will give you a Senjo Jutsu roll to get yourselves in an advantageous situation, which would give you bonuses in the battle. If you are in a battle situation, which certainly later on in the campaign you may well find yourselves in that sort of situation, Senjo Jutsu is very useful for trying to avoid desperate situations.
Feels like an Ichijo skill though.
I think it's probably a Kinzo skill, actually. He's the one who's trying to better himself. Anyway, Rice Harvest School is teaching Yarinaga Jutsu, javelins, Sojutsu, spear, Jit Jutsu, which is the disarming jit, and hawking. Art of Go is teaching hawking and the School of Wood. Moving Wave is only teaching one class, Saite. And the Dawn of Time is teaching School of Soil and Bowyer.
Tell you what, this Sai is it keeps coming up. I have any skill in a lethal weapon, I'm going to learn the Sai.
I don't think the Sai does lethal damage, does it?
Isn't the Sai a little three-pointed knife, like a little dagger? A
It's
dagger with a
disarming
sheath?
people rather than
Yes.
anything else.
Ah.
It does less damage. It only does D5 damage, subdual damage,
But is it
and
subdual?
but it allows you. Yes, it does subdual damage.
I'm not interested then. I need a lethal weapon.
It's basically an iron baton for hitting somebody, and it's got spikes to catch people's weapons in, so you can try and disarm them.
Okay, see, my whole experience of the Sai is Raphael in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and his were pointy. They were bladed weapons.
No, it's more a steel bar with.
Okay. See, I picture it's like
disarming
picture a dagger-length rapier with two other things at the side of it, like forked, like as like a guard, basically, as like a parry guard.
Yeah, if you have a look on the list of weapons tab, you'll see there's the picture there of all the weapons, and the Sai is about halfway down on the left-hand side.
Okay.
It does look like it could be a dagger, but it is actually
it's not a dagger.
It's not a dagger.
Okay.
It's just an iron bar that you hit somebody.
I was interested in that then.
Okay. Are you going to attempt to persuade a teacher at the Moving Waves School to teach you a class in Atemiwaza again this week?
I was going to say, is the sensei available for Atemiwaza again? That would be ideal.
Let's see. The Moving Waves School this week. Second Minazuki.
We can always make it worth his while with.
Well, the sensei is not teaching anything this week. He was going to be doing. He's not actually busy this week. You could try and persuade him to teach you a class in Atemiwaza, but it would be more difficult because he is free.
So, but we could tip him a little silver piece or something.
Okay.
It doesn't even need to be a silver, like a few copper, eh?
If you're trying to persuade a teacher of an existing class to teach a new class, then effectively you're +5, +1 per extra pupil, and +1 per silver piece. If you're trying to persuade the sensei, then you don't get the +5. You've basically got to do an effect number on the skill to be taught to prove it's not a waste of time. +1 per pupil, -3 because he's giving up his week, +1 per silver.
Should we drop a silver each and try and get it? We don't have to pay the silver if we fail the roll.
Or you could try and get the teacher who's currently teaching a class to do it for you, and if that fails, speak to the sensei.
Okay.
Yeah,
you want to try that?
Sensei's going to be too difficult, I think.
No, I'm going to do some work because I need the money.
If he's set his week aside to do something for himself. Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, you're going to be +7 on your status BCS. So go for a status BCS in the school again, Kosa. And your moving wave, it's still status BCS of 3.
Rolled an 8.
In that case, you make it because you get +7 on that. So you and Kyūryū can be taught Atemiwaza again.
Nice.
So
What's it this time?
let's see.
Do we have a teaching scroll again?
Yes, there is a teaching scroll available, so that's available. But the teacher this week is Kawa, so
It's not quite as good.
Not quite as good. He is still superior level though.
I should say.
Yes, it's bonus for you. Yes, and it's a usable Taramono. Yes, but he's not a master, so you get +4 on your learning rate. So in that case, you're both 6, but since you're both over 60, it's halved. So you get +3,
3.
and
Takes me,
the cost of 4 silver pieces.
that takes me up a BCS. So it's 0.1, isn't it?
0.1.
Sorry.
Yes.
Plus what on my BCS?
Did you go up 1 BCS?
Sorry, plus what on my BCS? Sorry, on my permanent.
On your permanent?
Plus
3.
Sorry.
Does that put you up a BCS?
No.
In that case, you don't get a bonus on your time.
Still, I'm up to 14 on the Temiwaza though.
Yep. It is always good to get your best skill up as high as you can, as fast as you can, because that's what you use in combat. Once you got that up, you can then start getting fancy. Ichijo is going to see whether or not he can persuade somebody to teach him something this week. But he's not going to try the 2 schools he tried last time because he's in bad.
Might remember him. Yes.
Yes.
He went in with
they will remember
him.
him.
Or something.
So he will attempt to. Let's see. So he tried Flower of Hyuga and Rice Harvest. They're both out. Art of Go, teaching hawking, which is no good. He will attempt to get the Art of Go to teach him. Let's see, Ichijo. So he's now got Art of Go.
A trained pet hawk might not be the worst thing in the world, boys.
Unfortunately, it's for hunting. It's not for anything else.
You can train it to steal things.
So he will attempt to persuade them, and his chance is 2 better this time because he's actually had training there. So can he persuade them to train him this week? Good lord! Yes! So he will have another week's training in armory, which costs him. So that puts him up to there, and he's going to have to break into a gold. But they will give him change, and they will actually give him full change.
4 change from a gold.
No. They will give him full change.
Oh, I was going to say, does this
rather
spend 26
than
silver?
acting like money changers. And his wit is now up to 5.1, which is important for a Bushi. So armory though is a freely improvable skill, and he's now at his limit. And this week, going back to the docks, so this week, unfortunately, Wanshu doesn't have any work available this week, but there is general work available some of the time. So of the 10 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There is work for 7 days. So
I'm going training again.
Hang on, no, this is the same week you are training.
Same week. It's the
Oh,
same week.
right, sorry, I thought you meant the next
He's
one.
working.
No, this is Kinzo working on the docks.
Oh yeah, Kinzo's working.
So that's 21
Sorry.
earned, less 10 for the food, so that's 11.
How much status do we get for that second week's training, Dave?
Sorry, Tim.
So you get +1 status for that
Plus
because
one again.
it was just
Okay.
one of the normal
Okay.
trainers.
That was the moving wave school again, wasn't it?
Moving wage
Yeah.
skill again, so you're +1 on that.
Okay.
So Kinzo works, rest, train for that week. Okie doke. Again, I'm sorry, Kinzo, it's been a horrible week. Dark storm most of the day. There's only been 2 days that week when it didn't rain.
It's alright, I like being a fish.
Well, you're certainly clean at the end of the day. Yeah, with all this weather, definitely not a good week to. The roads are going to be in a terrible state out there. Even the Saikaido is going to suffer in this sort of way. Okay, and the rice are going to like it. The rice harvest is going to like it, though. All this rain means that there's plenty of water in the various paddy fields. Okay, the third week that you're in Nobioka, do you wish to work, train, or just rest?
Train.
I'll
Kosa?
work, please.
Okay. And Kinzo, work again?
I shall work again, sir, yeah.
We'll just double check
Okay.
money.
Right.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm going to train.
Right. And let's check that. Righty-ho. So, you thinking about the Moving Waves School again?
See what's going there, yeah.
Moving Waves School this week, teaching Sai, Karma, and Joe. So, are you going to attempt to get training in Atemiwaza?
Yeah, see what he's saying.
Okay, let's have a status BCA.
Throw a silver this way.
Okay.
2-6.
So your status is your group status is up to 15.
Mm-hmm.
So your status BCS is 4.
No.
What did you roll?
10.
Well, it's 4 plus 5 plus 1 for the extra pupil plus 1 for the silver.
Wee.
So that would be plus 7. So you needed to roll 11 or less. So yes, he's willing to train you for a week in Atemiwaza.
Okay.
So this is Ogawa. Let me just call up the Moving Wave School. Okay. So this is Ogawa, teaching you Atemiwaza, greater than your level. Yes. Yes. Okay. Ogawa is actually a master in Atemiwaza, which helps. So therefore, this week it'll cost you 5 silver. And you will gain 5 plus your learning rate, which is 7.
It's a
Halved.
scroll this time.
You gain a bonus of 5 plus your learning rate 2, which is 7. But since your skill is already over 60, halve that to 3.5. So that puts you up to 68.5.
Okay.
Is it 68.5?
No. 71. 71.5.
Ah,
And
71.5.
we're going up 3.5.
Yes, you've gone up 3.5. So therefore your
Final BCS went up to 15.
So therefore you can add 0.1 to one of your physical characteristics.
Oh, almost there, boys. 21.9.
Okie doke. And that cost you 5 silver,
Yep.
unless you've already knocked that off.
I've done the silver.
Okay. On the docks, you're in luck. Most of this week, Wonshu has work. So you have 7 days at 4 copper, a day on general work at 3, and 2 days with no work. So that's 31 copper, less
10
10
for food.
So 10 for food is 21 copper. However, Ichijo's got bored with armory and he's going to attempt to try fishing on these days. So he gets to try doing his let me just double check. I think it's status BC is his fishing BCS, and then he adds a die roll to that. So let me just call that up. Bushido. Fishing. So, you get effect number plus 2d3. So, actually it's 2d3 minus 1 because he has to pay the fee. So his fishing skill is BCS of 8. So let's just roll this and see what happens. So $10d20 to begin with. So, oh dear. On a 20, deafness saving throw to avoid breaking his rod.
That was on the first roll.
Yes!
Oh.
Okay, so he avoids breaking his rod day. That was lucky. Second day, that's a -8, so he doesn't make anything. Third day, deafness roll to deafness saving throw, and he doubles his catch. Good lord! So, on the third day, he got 7 effect numbers plus 2d3, which is 5, so that's 12, so 24. So on the third day, he came back with 24. He handed one over, which leaves him with 23. And we'll keep track of that. So that's day 3. Day 4, he made it. So that's 5 effect numbers plus 2d3. So that is
3 and 2, 5.
So that's 5. So
5
that's
plus
10,
5, 10.
which goes down to 9. He's not going to work the next day, so the 14 is cancelled because effectively the fish will last for 2 days, so he can go out and sell last day's catch today, and you've still got fish from the first day. So. And then the following day, oh good lord. Well, first of all, does he actually manage to sell anything? Good lord! On his wit saving throw of 3, yes. So he will make 4 copper. The following day, that's 4, 2d3. So that's 4, so that's 8, so he comes back with 7. The following day, 2d3, minus 1 plus 4, that's 3, that's 2. And then we've got 5 plus 2d3, which is 4, which is 9. I think you're going to get some of your money back because if Ichijo is feeding you. And then 15 and 17, no, complete failures. So, effectively, that's 3 days he's fed you. And, sorry, 6 days you have fish. So therefore, those of you who eat fish can add 6 copper back onto your cheat.
I shall thank Ichijo for his excellent fishing.
He's
Really
feeling
getting the hang of this.
he's feeling quite pleased.
I'm alright, I've been eating at the school anyway.
He thinks what happened on the first day was he hooked a really, really big one, and it was so big, it almost broke his rod, and he had to let it get away.
Yes.
But yes, he is pleased with his fishing. It went very well. Okay. Let me just knock off some money for Ichijo that week, because he has to spend 4 copper. But he actually sold fish for, so he didn't actually cost him anything that week.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. But then again, he didn't earn anything.
Yeah.
Possibly having to working is better off. Is either working or training better for him. He will have to think about it. Okay, so this is. Let me just make a note as to what happened the week. Kinzo and Kosa work. Ichijo fishers. Brackets well! Exclamation mark. And Kyūryū trains. So that's what you're all doing that week. And that is the end of the month of Minazuki. So you are now into Fumizuki. Sorry, Fumizuki. Is it Fumizuki or Fumizaki?
How do you spell that?
Zuki. Fumizuki.
Fumizuki. Fumi-ZUKI.
Okay.
And Wonshu has 1 day's work left. Then, unfortunately, he has to go on a trip himself, so he's not going to be available. Can he find somebody to?
Does he want us to come with him?
Yeah, maybe he needs guards on his trip.
He will have to check and see whether he's allowed to take you with him.
Okay, dokie.
That's a good idea, Kinzo.
Is he away doing something dodgy, is he?
I just want to get
What,
out.
one shoe?
No,
Yeah, we've spent in
not
the city
one
for a
shoe, surely not.
He disappears off for an hour and then comes back. And you can escort him part of the way. He's going to see somebody in the castle to the south, and sadly, he'll have to drop you off in Hanamishisu. If that's okay. But yeah, safety. If you want to come with him, he's quite happy to have you come along too. Always good to go and visit your parents.
Well, I'm prepared to do that.
Yeah, might as well. I think we can.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So there is a day's work he can give you. It's bringing stuff in. It's actually fine porcelain from one of the craftsmen in town. So he will pay you 5 copper each for that. Just be very, very careful with it. So he's only got work for 2 of you, though.
Oh, that's not any good.
Well, I'm sorry, but there's not a lot of porcelain to bring.
So I'll take it. I'm not proud.
Yeah. I'll work.
Can he find any work on the docks for Ichijo and Kyūryū today? Nope, sorry. No
Yeah.
work for Ichijo and Kyūryū
It's not
today.
the end of the world. I can take a day off, do some exercise.
Okie doke. Well, you can rest in his hut. It's steady rain all day, so it's a good day to stay inside.
Maybe I'll just drink sake and get day drunk.
You gonna pay for it?
Maybe.
Is that a yes?
Yeah, sure.
Well, you'll have to pop into town to get some from one of the merchants or one of the inns.
Okay, how much?
2 copper. Two silver for a flask.
Oh my god. Right.
Yeah, it's expensive stuff.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna get day drunk on sake.
Unless you
Enjoy
want to buy the
working,
cheap
boys.
stuff.
See what it is.
Nah, it's fine. I'm getting the good stuff.
Sorry, my apologies. It's 1 silver for a flask. My apologies. You can get a keg for a gold.
No, it's fine.
Okay. Righty-ho. So you work that day. Ichijo and Kyūryū. Ichijo rests.
Obviously, I share the sake with the Chijo.
Oh, thanks you.
She's not going to bed till we drink it all.
Well, it's only two cups full.
That's useless. It's too expensive.
You're much better drinking 1 shoes with the evening meal. It's free.
I'm having that as well.
Oh yeah, of course. Okay. So, what's your health saving throw, by the way?
It is an 8.
Okay. You're okay.
I do have to roll?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, 3 cups of sake in a day. That's not a tremendous amount.
No, not with this hard body.
Now, if you're trying it in one section, then possibly, yes. Okay, so on 2 Fumizuki. Sorry, 3 Fumizuki. Is that right? No, it's 2 Fumizuki, isn't it? You... Once you puts together his pack of fine porcelain and leads you out of the door, chatting on the way. It is pouring with rain today. So you are not traveling. It is miserable and not very good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wanshu travels at his pace and you reach Hanamishisu at nightfall. He greets Uncle with delight. Uncle's delighted to see his nephew, and they welcome you all back to the village. How's your families feeling? You are not in good odour with your families. You did not come back for the family festival. So, I'm afraid that you're going to have to stay in the inn tonight. And you're going to have to eat in the inn tonight. So that will be 3 copper each.
Nothing like family, eh, boys?
Couldn't wait to get rid of them.
I'll come back again.
Okay. And the following day, it is also pouring.
Yeah, but we're not going anywhere.
Not even making your way up to the house on the rock?
Not in this weather.
Okay. In that case, one shoe will head off the following morning and travels down to the castle and spends several hours there, and then returns looking quite pleased with himself. And he and Uncle will drop into the inn for a meal this evening and talk with you. One shoe has a commission from Ohio Castle. They want some equipment transporting down from Nobioka that one shoe is providing, and he reckons there's about 2 weeks' work just ferrying stuff south, if you're interested.
Yep. That sounds okay with me.
Okay. So he has about how much has he got to shift? I think it's about 250 pounds of goods that he's got to shift. Now he's got to acquire it first, and he's going to have to see what he can get. And Uncle is going to pop down to Miyazaki and see if there's some of it available there. So if you would go with Uncle down to Miyazaki, and whatever's there, bring back
Okay.
to Hanamish, to Ohio Castle, and he's going back to Nobioka to see what's available there. Is that okay for you?
Yep, sounds okay.
Jolly good. He is prepared to pay 4 copper again, if that's okay with you.
Yep, okay.
And protecting Uncle is, of course, part of the job. Yes.
Yep.
Good. In that case, I think that's a good time to stop for the evening.
Yes.
I would agree.
You have a couple of weeks' work possibly available.
As long as it stops raining, okay?
He has no control over the weather.
Yes, but you do.